The first suture we're going to tie is a simple interrupted suture. This is really the workhorse inside the mouth. If you can only tie one suture, and it's this suture, that won't be a big handicap for you. You're going to need a needle holder. That's this instrument here. The way you hold this is the way I'm holding it now. Your thumb in this hole, just to the knuckle. In this hole, either your ring finger, or if you want, your little finger. Not your middle finger, not your index finger. That's very awkward. This way, when you open and close it, your index finger and middle finger are supporting the instrument. Makes it a lot easier to use. Do not hold this like a pen. Don't hold it in a reverse grip like that. That's very awkward. Now, you need something to stabilize the tissue with when you pierce it with the suture. And we have these. These are Adson tissue forceps. What you need to understand about Adsons is that they have a tendency to crush the tissue, so you need to be very gentle with them. Either don't close them at all or just very gently close them when you're passing the stitch. The suture material we have is 3/0 black silk suture, BSS. Black silk's used in the mouth. It's non-resorbable, which makes it a little less popular than some of the resorbable sutures, but it certainly is a good material. It's very easy to tie. It's good for suture lab exercises for that reason. This is a half circle needle, which is not a really good needle for inside the mouth. And you'll notice if you look at it, it has an eye. You won't be using eyed needles in real life. They're swedged. So grab the needle, about 1/8 of an inch from the end. You don't want to grab it too close to the end or it can bend. You don't want to grab it in the middle because that'll be awkward. You won't be able to get it through the tissue. Lock on it so that you have a nice good grip of it. Now, get about 3 millimeters, pierce through, go as far as it'll go. It's easier to grab on the other side if you pierce it all the way through. Re-engage it, stabilize the tissue again, and pierce through. Okay. Now we're going to tie this. We're going to tie it with a standard instrument tie. I was never a Boy Scout. I don't fish. Don't do needle points, so knots are always a little bit of a confusion to me. But a surgeon's knot's just a square knot. For it to be a square knot, the direction of the wrap has to reverse each time, and the direction of this tail needs to reverse every time you throw it. A lot to remember. What's a little easier is to do it the way I'm going to show you. Just be sort of mechanical about it. Do it the same way every time. You never have to remember what you did last or what you're supposed to do next. Basically, you have the long lead and the short tail. You're going to put the instrument that you're going to tie over in between them. Then you're going to wrap over it twice on the first, and only on the first. It gives it a little friction so it doesn't come undone before you finish the knot. Grab the short tail near the end, and then just pull it through to the other side. If it started on the right, it needs to finish on the left and vice versa. And you can see that that's going down very smoothly without a tangle in it. Okay, for the second throw, now the short lead's on this side. So same deal, you're going to put the instrument in between, wrap over it just once now, grab that short tail, pull it through to the other side. To get these to tighten, you have to pull them horizontally. That's hard inside the mouth sometimes, so you can finish it down with your finger, and that'll spread it out horizontally. At this point, the knot's complete, though by convention, most everybody throws 3. So get that last one in there. Just helps keep it from coming undone. Material that doesn't stay tied very well, like nylon or Vicryl, gets 4 or 5 throws. The old surgeon's joke is 1 throw for every day that you want it in the mouth. The knot's right in the middle of the wound right now. You don't want it there, so pull it off to the side. And then you're going to cut those tails. Knot right down there so the knot comes undone, but don't leave a 1/2 inch of stitch to bother the patient's tongue, so about 1/8 of an inch. And that's a simple interrupted suture.